Good morning and welcome to your daily morning horoscope for Thursday, March 27th, 2025. Aries, nothing is too hot for you to handle, but why do you insist on burning your hand when you don't have to? Are you trying to prove to somebody that you can take the heat without being affected? You can be burned just as easily as anyone, even if you deny it. Do things for you and not to prove something to other people, especially when it comes to matters of love and romance. Taurus, your physical energy is strong, your desire for passion and love is intense. Combine these two forces for a passionate night of love and romance. No one will be able to resist your power. The key now is to make sure that you aren't giving yourself away to someone who's unworthy of your love. Match yourself with a person who appreciates you for the amazing individual that you are. Gemini, matters of the heart may not be going smoothly. Perhaps someone's approach has been too aggressive. Maybe you've been too pushy about what you want. Tension builds up and creates disharmony instead of love. Perhaps you need to examine the dynamics of the relationship. Tough times may indicate that the honeymoon phase is over. If you're single, it's probably for the best right now. Cancer, when it comes to love and romance, you're probably on fire. You have an incredible passion for love now, making you one of the most desirable catches around. Partner with someone who shares your thirst for adventure, spontaneity, and the bizarre. You need someone who can keep up with your erratic and powerful energy. If the person you're with doesn't fill that bill, then look somewhere else. Leo, if things aren't going smoothly in a romantic relationship, be careful about blaming yourself. A partnership means that two people must work together equally. If this isn't the case, let your partner know how you feel. While the passion may run high between you, the real glue that will hold you together is sincerity, sensitivity, and mutual understanding. Virgo, your sex drive is apt to be strong today. This could be the only thing on your mind. Every person you see may stir feelings in you even though you may already be committed to someone. If you aren't in a relationship, this is the time to make a move. Your desire for love is strong, so you should take action. Libra, bring more fire and passion to your love life. Spark things up by being more adventurous. The bolder you are, the more response you will get. Even though you may like the plan to go ahead and take things slowly, your romantic life is one area where you might do better taking the opposite approach. Have confidence and be spontaneous in all matters having to do with love. Scorpio, recent conflicts may stir up some anger in you. This is a powerful force and you could be tempted to get into a big fight. Put the weapons away and bring out the olive branch. Take that energy that has built up and use it to fuel your romantic affairs instead of warlike adventures. Diffuse the situation by sharing passionate nights with the one you love. Sagittarius, you may not be having the best of luck when it comes to matters of the heart and you may feel you need to take some sort of action. Be careful of acting just for the sake of creating movement. Perhaps the best policy for you is to relax where you are and wait for the perfect love to come to you. Your battery will be charged when the time comes to use it. Capricorn, love and romance are in the air tonight, so feel free to let loose. Instead of being a passionate, gentle kind of love, the emotion you feel may be more forceful, passionate, and aggressive. Roll with this feeling as you seduce the object of your desire. Take charge in the bedroom as you lure your mate into your fantastic love of life and desire to have a good time. Aquarius, if you haven't gotten the love you want lately, perhaps it's because you haven't asked for it. If you're involved with someone and feel unfulfilled, consider having a heart-to-heart talk about your needs and what you want out of the relationship in order to be happy. If you aren't in a relationship right now and want to be, you need to be more aggressive about getting to know the one you want. Pisces, feel free to upset the equilibrium in order to have your needs met, especially in the bedroom. In an effort to keep everything on an even keel, you've neglected your desires for the sake of pleasing someone else. Making compromises for others can be noble, but it may never get you exactly what you want. This is a time to be more aggressive in your pursuit of love. This has been your daily morning horoscope for Thursday, 27th March 2025. Do have yourself a great day.
It is Thursday, guys. Wow, we're getting to the wrap up. Where's the week going so fast? It's already Thursday. To me, I just wake up and it was Monday. But anyways, We've got some awesome features for you today. Today is going to be a really wonderful show, I promise you that. But first, we need to see what's happening with our guys at the news department. So let's go on over to the news desk.
Good morning. St. Lucia is charting new territory with a historic $2 billion budget for the 2025-2026 fiscal year. Prime Minister Philip J. Pierre unveiled the record-breaking proposal on Tuesday, crediting strong fiscal policies for boosting the nation's economy, reducing unemployment, and increasing investments.
In planning for the future, we have taken the necessary risk mitigation measures in a globally uncertain environment to give us the best chance of realizing our strategic objectives. That is why, Mr. Speaker, last week the House of Assembly passed the historic Sovereign Wealth Fund Bill.
The Prime Minister pledged a continued focus on infrastructure, healthcare, social programs and job creation, but warned of potential adjustments due to global uncertainties, including conflicts, inflation and climate-related challenges. A long-standing labour dispute at First National Bank has been resolved. Labour Minister Dr. Virginia Albert Poyot brokered the agreement, ending months of tension between the bank and its employees who had protested over salary increases and profit sharing.
I gave an award of $250 for the affected employees from January 2024 up to this point. So I think they felt that this was a better way of addressing the matter, and the bank said that this was affordable. So in my view, the workers are coming out very good in that mediation, that they are going to get the job evaluation. Some of them will be reclassified, placed in different grades. They might get increase in pay, as well as they have to look at negotiations where they'll get their salary increases, whatever the bank and the union agreed to.
Dr. Albert Poyot has expressed hopes that this agreement would address the employees' concerns and restore harmonious relations between the bank and its workforce. In other news, the opposition leader Alan Shastney is accusing the government of misleading the public on the Halls of Justice project, claiming that negotiations for the Ajoda lot are a smokescreen and that the acquisition was finalized weeks ago.
Both Richard Frederick and Prime Minister Philip Pierre publicly claimed in the media that no final decision had been made and that negotiations were still ongoing. But the truth was already in black and white and was published in the Gazette, the first one dated, I have it here. The first publication was made on the 17th of January 2025. Was made on February 3rd of 2025. The decision by the cabinet was made on the 17th day of January. The first publication was done on Monday, February 3rd, and the second publication was made on Monday, February 10th, a week later. What does that mean? It means as we speak, as of February 10th, after the second publication.
In response to the opposition's claims, Castries Central MP Richard Frederick took to social media to clarify the government's position. In a Facebook post, he wrote, "Since when does an intention to acquire equal a purchase?" emphasizing that negotiations with the landowners and the government are ongoing. In law enforcement news, police have made significant strides in two separate cases following joint operations on Tuesday, March 25th, 2025. Officers from the Soufrière police station arrested a male suspect linked to the death of Ken Joseph Ishmael, whose body was discovered on March 20th at Tete Rouge in Industrie Choiseul. A coordinated land and maritime operation led to the suspect's capture in La Pointe Choiseul. He is currently receiving medical care under police supervision. Authorities praised the Choiseul residents for their cooperation in the investigation and pledged further updates. In the second instance, the police recovered a number of firearms and ammunition in another operation conducted by law enforcement officers. And that's your news summary. Thanks for watching. Good morning.
All right, thanks, guys. Let's take a short break, as usual, and we'll be back. we're kicking things off today with, this lady is just such a staunch character. She's such a person that inspires. I mean, talk about somebody that came from nothing and made something of themselves, and they're not stopped yet, all right? They're continuing along that trajectory. Well, Anil Innocent, you probably know the name, but do you know the story? I'm here. I'm privileged to be sitting, in the company of Inspector Anil Innocent. Of course, this is a name synonymous with St. Lucia. You know the name. What maybe some of you don't know is that she is now the first female officer or police officer to have been called to the bar. And we are so proud of you. We are so honored. You are such an inspiration. You are a remarkable person, and now you're such an asset. So we are happy that, we have the privilege of talking to you, achieving that. It was not easy,
No, it was
but you
not.
pushed through. You wanted to do what you wanted to do to become a better, more enhanced person to your organization. And here you are.
I am here.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Tell me about that journey, Anil.
It was not an easy journey. I started my law degree in 2016, and it took me 3 years to complete. Then COVID came about, and it actually put a spoke into my will because the world was just shut down, and I needed to have traveled to have done the bar, because you have to do it physically either in Trinidad or in England. Since I did my first degree with the University of London, it would have been more prudent to have done the bar with a university in England as well. So I applied, and in 2023, I made that bold decision to go to England and to do the bar. It took me a year. I came back in January of 2024. By July, I was called to the bar in England and Wales, and in October, I was called to the bar in St. Lucia. So basically, I could practice in both England and Wales and St. Lucia and all the countries I governed.
Oh, congratulations. Very much in order. No. I know that's the fancy and the nice. That's the result now, and we wallowing in that glory. But tell us about the actual journey. Heading into England, was that your first time going into England?
It was my very first time.
What was it like?
England.
How long did you spend there? About a year?
I spent about a little over a year in England. And I'm telling you, Maureen, to move from a tropical island into a very cold country, it was just not welcoming. The cold. Not knowing anybody. I did not know a single person in England. So I had to navigate the entire journey alone. There were days that I broke down. There were days that I wanted to come back home. I was homesick. I missed my family. I missed my friends.
And it's cold.
Yes, and it is cold. And when it is not cold, it is raining. And when it is not raining, it is just so gloomy outside. There was just not a beautiful day in England. I just don't understand how persons go there and say, okay, I'm going to England to live. But it is your preference to want to live there, but then it would not have been my first choice. It was just so gloomy. But I persevered. I went there because I had a goal, I had a dream to attain, and I ensured that my entire year I made the very best of it. I did make some connections. I met beautiful people from all over the world, and yes, I came back to St. Lucia.
Did you ever think about, not today, I ain't doing it, I'm done with that?
Yes. And there was one morning I woke up, and England is 5 hours ahead, and I called because I have this group chat with my very close colleagues, and I said, listen to me, I'm coming home, I can't do this. And I remember ASP Delvin Mather, I am always so thankful for you. He picked up this one, he said to me, he calls me Coco Girl, and he said, Coco Girl, why did you go to England? And I said to him, because I wanted to do the bar, have you completed this? I said, no. They said, why are you coming home? What are you coming home for? Have you obtain that dream that you left St. Lucia for? And I said, no. I said, okay, you got to put your big girl's panty and you go to class. And I think that was it for me.
Yes.
That was it. Had they not answered, I probably would have been on the next flight back to St. Lucia, because it was cold. It was cold. And coming from a tropical island and just going straight into winter, it definitely is not for the weak. It is not for the weak.
But you did it because
Yes,
you
I
wanted
did
to do
it.
what you wanted to do.
Yes,
Of course,
did
you
it.
have that innate passion to want to, the space you're in, to really leave that mark, make it, enhance it in every way. So that is what would have prompted you to wanted to do the law alongside your degree. How is that?
Thankfully, I had very supportive people. I surrounded myself with positive people, and I had those persons cheering me on. I do have really a very good circle. And I do love my circle. They are very motivating. They are very inspiring. And also me, when you look at me, when you speak to me, I want you to feel inspired as well, because my journey was not an easy one. It is a journey, when you call it from rags to riches. I am not rich yet. I am not rich. I definitely am not rich. But coming from such a poor background, not being able to have that silver spoon or that golden spoon or even a support system. So even if I had my family who tried their utmost to ensure that I had this, this positive upbringing, this correct upbringing, but I don't have the financial backing that came with it. Yes, I don't have the financial backing. So everything I did after I became a police officer. You take the loans, you go to the bank, you go to the credit union. I did everything when I started working as a police officer by the age of 21. And here I am today. Absolutely. Here I am today. I have actually made it. I may not be where I want to be, but I am well on my way. And with God's guidance, I will get there. And the support of my friends and my family, I will get there. And I must say, God has been really good to me. God has been really good to me. Even with a chronic illness, persons may not know that I have lupus.
You do?
Yes, I do have lupus.
And we have, is it now, when is the observance month for lupus?
In May.
It is in May.
Yes,
right.
it's in May. I do have lupus, because if you look at my face, you could see the scars. I carry my butterflies very proudly, because living with a chronic illness and being in an environment where, male-dominated, the stresses of the workplace, I really do manage, and I'm so proud of myself. I do have my flare-ups, but at the end of the day, I am in control. I am on top of things. I take my medication. I ensure that my stress levels are low, because, your stress triggers your lupus. Right. Yeah, so my stress levels are managed. I surround myself, like I said, with positive people. So I just always ensure that my environment is one that is cool, that is calm, that is positive, because I thrive on positivity. I thrive on being stress-free. I thrive on being honest. And I want persons around me to be honest as well. So these are all of the things that keep me motivated, keeps me on top of things.
Oh God, let me tell you something. I want to talk to her for a whole session. Listen, this is just one in the morning show, but you know what? We have to have a perfect sit down and a complete feature with you and you alone, because that journey has to take us all the way back down to, was it Choiseul? Until we come all the way back up here. But I think that will suffice for now. We want to say congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Keep inspiring, because that's exactly what you do.
Arthur Lewis had their own little celebration for Francaphonie. Let me tell you, posh things. All sorts of officials are here today. They have food, they have some. We're about to sample some of it as well. But obviously, we have to do the right thing, and we've got to speak to the person to tell us everything that is happening there. But we're about to have a ball. Let's take a listen to this. The extension in the Francaphonie celebration continues. We're here at the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College. We're here with one of the lecturers right here. Antonia is the name. She about to beat me in some French, but that's fine. She promised she's going to be light with me. Yes. Antonia, of course, that time again where we get to celebrate the language, we get to celebrate the culture. St. Lucia definitely. We know the history. So this is quite synonymous and quite a significant celebration and observance for St. Lucia as well. And to be happening at the Sir Arthur Lewis Community College, I'm sure this brings some sort of value to your students here as well, and the faculty here. Talk to me, what's happening today?
So today we're having the first edition of the Francaphonie Fete. The Francaphonie Fete is basically an event where we're going to celebrate French culture, music, and food. And we also have that history that we have with the Creole. So we want to bring in a bit of our Creole heritage with the mix of the French. So we embracing both, because that's part of our history. So we have to bring it forth.
How important is this to ensure that the students, especially the French students, grasp the whole concept of this thing, and we don't do like other islands, we lose our thing completely moving forward. You know that happens.
Yes,
So it's
yes.
very important for our young people to be able to connect with all of the different spheres of this to be able to keep it alive.
Exactly. The idea of the Franco Fete is also to give the students an immersion in the French culture, because some of them are not well off enough, should I say, to be able to travel. We had a trip 3 months ago in Guadeloupe, and not all the students were able to go. So the Franco Fete is in a way to give them that overview, that taste of the culture, and have an immersion, as I said, in the culture of France. So we bring in France to them. Today.
I like this.
Bringing the
I
France
absolutely
French
love this.
culture to
How
them.
excited are they? I mean, we're about to take in some of the action in a minute, but how excited are they? I see food, so are we seeing, we have cuisine
yes.
represented by the different
Yes.
islands as well?
Indeed. We have a lot of French cuisine. So we have pain au chocolat, croissant, we have crème brûlée. We have a lot of sponsors. So thanks to a lot of our sponsors, such as Windjammer Hotel, Sandals. We have Le Fort Cuisine. This is our restaurant here on campus. We have Jack Waterfront, who also sponsored a lot of French cuisine that they have.
Nice.
We have other sponsors such as Alliance Française, Flo, CIBC First Caribbean Bank, Blue Waters, who donated water and some drinks as well. And we have, when it comes to the media, we have Khalid Vidal of Earthquake Media 758, who sponsored as well. So we had great thought, and it wouldn't be possible without some partners that we have. Indeed, it wouldn't be possible without the French Embassy, the Alliance Française, the Moroccan Embassy, and the Consulate of Canada of St. Lucia. So we are grateful. And indeed, the OEF, which is the Organisation Internationale de la Francophonie. So all this is happening because of all our great sponsors and wonderful partners.
Absolutely. What is expected that the children will be able to walk away with when all of this is over and completed?
Okay, so what we're hoping that they walk away with, apart from the taste of France, the music, and a bit of culture, we have Alliance Française here that have some leaflets, some giveaways. So we're hoping that they grasp on some information when it comes to the DELF program, because we know that if they have to study abroad, they need the DELF B2. So we brought in the Alliance Française. They have a stand here so that they can give some information to our students. We have OEF, which is the Organisation Internationale de la Francophonie, who also has some scholarships for our students. There's a lot of things that we don't know that the OEF offers. So they're here as well to give us that information. Yeah.
So it's quite a complete day here today,
It is a full day.
and networking happening here today. You've got some music. We've been getting some different French music. So the day is going to be wonderful.
Beaucoup de musique. Yes, it will be wonderful. Our students are excited. Ils sont excités. Ils ont très hâte. Ils sont très contents. We have a lot of students that will be singing. We have some that will be performing skit in French. We have some songs in Creole. We have music in Creole. We have We have a singer that will perform Kassav. Ce sera magnifique, une expérience magnifique, une très très belle expérience.
Absolutely. Listen, whatever she said, we here. We enjoyed every bit of it right now. All the best, and you kudos. Keep going, girl.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate
Thank you very
it.
much.
Tell me that in French.
Merci beaucoup, je vous remercie et c'est la première édition, donc nous espérons faire d'autres éditions après celle-là. Merci et bonne journée à tout le monde. Au revoir.
Merci. I get one right. Come on now, give it to me. I kid you not. I tell you what. You got to be cut out for this thing. I'm here trying to carve something. I have nothing coming to my head. There's no vision. There's nothing. So I'm saying, if you have the gift of art, it's a gift. Everybody don't have it, And we caught up with a gifted person right there in the George Charles Boulevard. This is Archie, guys. You know Archie, A lot of y'all know him as Archie. That's what I connected with him as. Yeah. Archie's by the side of the road there. But this is Craig Romulus. And, I am here at the George Charles Boulevard with Craig this morning because I saw a news item. And I saying hi to Archie. I know Archie do a little tattoo. That's what I know. That's the little that I knew. And I saw the art, from the news item. And I'm thinking, But this is my partner for real. Yeah. So I say, but no, I'll come and find you. No, so it looked like there's more to Craig than meet the eye. So I want to find out some more about Craig now. You tell me you're a full-time artist. Yeah, we know you do do your tattoo, you do
Yes.
certain things already that persons
yes.
may not even be connected with. That you
Yes.
know, you do a lot of this really creative and great stuff here.
Yeah.
Tell me about yourself, man, and
Yeah, well,
this whole journey.
Me, I myself, I was an artist from 6 years. From the age of 6 years, I started
Really?
in art. I went to the secondary, to Rockwell Secondary. The school didn't have a crest, so I created a crest for the school.
During
And
that
got
during
it
your
up.
school years.
Yeah. And
wow.
as well, from there, I went to Vidbute Secondary School.
And
They
you
didn't have
did-
a crest as well. So I took it upon myself again to do another crest.
But look
Yeah.
at Archie. That is Archie.
Yeah, I
Okay,
love
so
art.
the ones that stand right now for these schools are the ones that you created?
Yes, these are my work.
Wow.
They have never changed it. Upgraded it a little, but not changing anything, but just upgraded it to the raw sketch. Yeah, remember we used to get the raw sketch of the tattoo of my idea
Yes.
on the exercise book. There was a time when all schools used to have exercise book and just have the crest on it, the logo.
Yes.
You could have got that was the original print.
Oh my.
And then that's what's on the student's chest right now. It's just an upgraded version of my tattoo.
Oh,
of
gosh.
my work. Sorry. Yeah.
This is amazing stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll be passing across your art right now. This is the painting that brought me here in the
Yeah,
first
that's the
place.
bugs and
The
some
bugs.
stuff.
Well, you can't miss bugs. If you're gonna go cartoon, you have to have bugs. I mean, that's the man.
Yeah.
This is gorgeous. Tell me about why you decided to.
Well, most of my friends and my peers around the area, when they buy T-shirts, it's all about cartoon characters. They love to dress like in like the T-shirts. It's also a cartoon character picture. So I said, I'll just do that for them because that's what they wanted. They told me, well, they would like a nice cartoon painting. And yeah, so I decided to go with Bugs and Sylvester. Yeah,
It's gorgeous.
the entire area loves this painting. This painting, and the children will like to come and they will take the photos and stuff. And everybody like it, big as well as young.
But I want my own photos here. This is
Yeah.
cool stuff, Archie.
Yeah.
But even more so, I mean, what does it do for the community? I mean,
Well,
it just raised the atmosphere in the back here.
The atmosphere of the community is completely raised and like everybody want to cool out here. That's the chill spot. Yeah, everybody
I
wants
like
to cool
it.
out under the block. So then there's this guy who's selling sausages, his barbecue sausages, and he just bring a next different vibe. Like everybody just wants to be on that street. Yeah.
What does
because-
that say? No, Archie, what does that say for if you just, create a welcoming environment? Because,
Yeah.
normally, let's be real with the thing. A lot of
Yeah,
people like to put
yeah.
stigma on certain places.
Yeah.
But sometimes you just need to stop and you
Yeah.
yourself bring the light to the place that
people
you would
and-
like
and
to
the
see.
people as well. Yeah, well, since it's uplifting people's spirits, like you get less quarrels. The people in the area love it, and like I mean, all walls. It's a ghetto, but with a little paint, it changed the entire place. The place like the vibe of the place will just disappear, like the old vibe. Like
Yeah.
we have all of old vibes in all different
Yes,
ghettos.
man.
And, like a little paint could do a lot. A little paint could just
This
change
is
the
so
environment,
cute.
change
I love
the
this,
place. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
And the
it's just
little
a nice-
butterfly, the little ladies, the little
Yes,
girls in the
yes,
area
yes,
must
yes,
feel
yes.
connected to that.
Yeah,
They got a
everyone-
tough era outside too.
I give them a piece on each.
Each
yeah.
everybody could
So
feel
everybody get
themselves in
decide,
this, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow. Now, Archie, I don't want this to stop, so I think we need to make a call out. What you need? We painted all you want to know.
I want to go because
Mr. Philip, well, you know Philip is your boy. So we
Mr.
get it all.
I give him thanks to Mr. Philip for putting his hands to work.
Right.
Because I came up with the idea of the beautification project, and it took a little while before he finally said, well, okay, Mr. Romulus, go ahead and do
Go
what
ahead.
you want to do.
Okay,
he provided me with my stuff, my funds for my to get my paint and stuff, and like I was satisfied with it when he told me like, okay, well, Mr. Romulus, I'm happy and I've seen your work and like you're producing. Yeah. That was
Absolutely.
his
So right now,
words
you
to
know
me.
what?
Yeah.
The rest of the corporate St. Lucia, we have some more walls there.
Yeah.
We have a little one there.
Yeah.
We have a little one down there.
Yeah.
Don't stick. We're definitely doing this. But
Yeah,
actually, on a real though, I mean, generalizing things now, you as an artist, are you comfortable? Are you happy? Your art, you normally sell your art? Because this is what you do here, but you normally do your own personal art as well.
Yeah, well,
you
I
get them
went-
sold and stuff. So you're artists,
Yeah,
man.
I'm an artist, but like, we've been through so much different hardships around the area. We're losing so much friends. It kind of like dimmed on my
it
vibe.
demotivates you.
Yeah, it kind of dimmed my vibe for me to go out and paint. I used to paint like portraits to put in houses and like different paintings to put in houses, flower portraits, all different kind of paintings.
You know what,
to just hang
actually,
up, yeah.
all of that thing, stop
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
man. Let me go in right back now. The motivation is just you had to get past the mindset, and because
Yeah,
this
so that's-
God
that's-
didn't give you
that's
that for
what
you to
came out-
sit
that's
on
what
this.
that came out when I did
Yeah.
that. That's what came out
Okay,
when I
great.
just booked the
I
entire
appreciate
studio.
this.
Yeah,
I appreciate this.
Like now, my hands, I love to paint, and like that's what I feel
You're
to
going
do.
back into
I
it.
want to do some more. I'm asking Mr. Pierre to just Just give me walls. You know.
That's right.
Yeah, just give me walls.
Give Archie walls.
Yeah,
This
just give
is
me
the
walls.
end. Give Archie walls. The
Yeah.
end of that. Certainly. Well, we appreciate this, man.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
the best,
My
Archie.
darling.
Where can we find your work, though? Like when you have to go back into personal page.
Yeah,
Maybe
well,
somebody
I have
might
to-
want a personal. They might have an idea they want to put on
Yeah,
canvas.
well, I'm soon in the process of putting up a portfolio on Facebook,
Right.
and Instagram also.
Right.
Yeah.
So when it's up, we can look for
when
Archie.
it's up, you could just look for my page, and you will get whatever you.
Absolutely. Well, we waiting for that. And
Yeah.
don't take too long with it,
No
yeah, Archie?
problem.
Big up you, man, my
you
brethren.
as well,
I love
sister.
this. I'll come
Yeah.
and chill too. How you mean?
Yeah,
Of
thank
course.
you. No problem. You're welcome every time.
I told you today was going to be a really, really wonderful one. I don't know about you. Me and my team had a wonderful time putting this one together. So, of course, kudos to everybody who were featured this morning. And we're looking forward to a lot more of these. So if you are in the area and you know, no matter where you are in St. Lucia, and you figure there's people within your purview that we think deserve to be highlighted on our program, reach out to us, let us know. We want that. Please do. All right, but whatever you do today, though, go on over and have an awesome Thursday. And let's do it again tomorrow for another DBS This Morning. Love you guys. Mwah.